Welcome, friends. I'm glad you're here with me today. Today, I'll be telling you the story of the 10 best ways. But before we begin the story, we need to get ready. Stories are important, and so it's important to really be ready for them. So let's take 3 deep breaths. You can either close your eyes or you can just look at the screen, whatever works for you. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it out softly through your mouth. And take a second deep breath in and let it out. And take a third deep breath in and let it out. Okay, this story needs the desert box. So many important things happen to the people of God in the desert that we need a little bit of it right here to help us tell the story. The desert is a dangerous place. The wind blows the sand, and there are no paths. It's easy to get lost in the desert. The sand can get inside your clothes and sting. During the day, the sun beats down and it's very hot. And at night, it can be very cold. People who live in the desert wear lots of clothes to protect themselves from the heat of the day and the cold at night and from the stinging sand. The desert is a dangerous place. People do not go there unless they have to. The people of God came through the water into freedom. They gathered together to celebrate. And Miriam, the sister of Moses, led them in the dancing. The people of God were free, but they didn't yet know what God wanted them to do, how God wanted them to live, what was the best way. And so Moses led the people of God into the desert. They went together to learn the best way. As they traveled, they followed a pillar of smoke by day, and by night they followed a great cloud of fire. It was a hard journey. And sometimes the people were hungry. And sometimes they complained to Moses because they remembered that they had had food to eat in Egypt. And they forgot that in Egypt they had been slaves. Finally, they came to the great mountain, Mount Sinai. And when they came there, it was covered in fire and smoke. And the people of God were afraid to set foot on the mountain or even to touch it. Only Moses had the courage to go up the mountain to face God. When Moses went up the mountain, he came so close to God, and God came so close to Moses that Moses knew what God wanted him to do. God wanted Moses to write down the 10 best ways to live, to write them on rock and to bring them to the people. While Moses was on the mountain, the people grew impatient. They wanted a God that they could touch and see. And so they took all their golden jewelry and they melted it and made it into a golden calf to worship. When Moses came down the mountain and saw the golden calf, he became so angry that he threw down the tablets. And they broke. The next day, Moses told the people, "You have sinned a great sin. But if I go up the mountain again, perhaps God will forgive you." And so Moses went back up the mountain. And this time, Moses wanted to come even closer to God. Moses asked God to let him see God's face. But God said, "You cannot see my face." So God put Moses behind a rock. And God covered Moses' face with his hand. And God passed by. And only after God had passed by was God's hand removed from Moses. And Moses could see God, but only from behind. And Moses brought the 10 best ways down to the people of God. The 10 best ways can be summarized like this. Love God. Love people. God loves you. Some people even say, God loves us. And we mean not just my family or your family, but all of us, the whole human family and all of creation. Here are the 10 best ways. Do not serve other gods. Make no idols to serve. Do not speak my name lightly. Keep the Sabbath holy. Honor your mother and your father. Do not kill. Do not break your marriage. This one is hard. When people get married, they believe it will be forever. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Do not steal. Do not lie. Do not want what others have. I know these are not easy. They're not the 10 easy ways or the 10 simple ways, but they are the 10 best ways to live. Now I wonder, which of the 10 best ways is your favorite? I wonder which one you think is the most important. I wonder which one is most about you. Which one is the hardest for you? Which one is the easiest? I wonder if there are any of the ways that we could leave out and still have all the ways that we need. And for the journey of the people of God, I wonder what your favorite part of that story was. Or what the most important part of that part of our story was. Where are you in that story? Are you on the mountain? Are you one of the people at the base? Are you someone hearing the best ways for the very first time? Or are you somewhere else in the story? I wonder if there's any of this part of the story that we could leave out and still have all the story we need. Thank you for joining me today. And I look forward to seeing you next week on our Zoom call where we'll hear the same story and we'll get to talk about it together.
Our skin is